Yeah, see? We're gonna build a level today, see? We're gonna take this single block and place it here, see? And then we're gonna duplicate it, see? And then we're gonna duplicate it. And then we're gonna duplicate it. And then we're gonna...
The past few months, level design has been driving me nuts. I shot myself in the foot by jumping off the deep end, doing some cool art, and just building in what I thought was the quickest and best way to just get started. Whew boy, was I wrong. If you want to save your sanity when it comes to 2D level creation, please take the time to figure out what's the best way for you to design and implement your levels in the most efficient way possible. For me, after months of painstakingly placing and duplicating each and every terrain piece, and going through and adding in manual colliders, it was Tilemaps. I'll be honest, I avoided these for one major and silly reason. All the videos and images I saw of Tilemaps were based on pixel art, and in small squares, so my brain just shut off the idea that it could be used for anything else. As you can see, my game is not pixel art, and instead is built in a vector graphic program. When I kept hitting a seemingly insurmountable wall on level design, I decided to take another look and see what all the fuss was about. But first, what is a tilemap? To pull it straight from the Unity site,
a tilemap consists of a grid overlay and a number of other components working together. The entire system allows you to paint levels using tiles and brush tools and define rules for how tiles, each individual placed art piece, behave. With tilemaps, you can create platforms, dynamic edges, animated tiles, randomized tile placements, and more.
It's really a cool concept, and honestly, not that difficult to set up. I'm creating all my art, which is non-pixel art, in Illustrator, and it was as simple as creating a grid of my desired size. Most tutorials will tell you either 16 by 16, 32 by 32, or 64 by 64, but you are absolutely not locked into those sizes. I made mine bigger to fit my 4K look, and it worked out fine for me so far. After taking these tiles and slicing them up in Unity, then importing them into these tile maps, it's as simple as selecting what tile you want to use and painting away, which took my level creation from turtle mode to race car mode. I'm honestly kicking myself for not making the change earlier, but at the same time, this is a learning experience, and tile maps aren't going to solve all my level design issues. It'll just make it quicker for me to focus on those issues after laying out the basics of how that particular level should flow. This doesn't mean that Tilemaps will be the perfect choice for every 2D level creation. It works out great for me because I have mid-sized levels for a platformer that the player can traverse through. With other game styles, it might be better to take a different approach. For instance, if you were to take a game like Pinstripe, made by Thomas Brush, he paints each level completely in Photoshop before importing it back into Unity. Or perhaps Tilemaps will get you part of the way, but if you want mostly static levels, like a village that's the same every time you visit it with unique buildings from one another, then you need to take another approach. In any case, now that I've implemented Tilemaps into my workflow, all my future levels should be done in a fraction of the time they were before, speeding up the completion of my game. Pretty neat. Speaking of, if you want to help me out, you can wishlist It Is a Good Night to Die in the link below. Let me know if you'd like to see a simple tilemap tutorial, or see more videos like this in the comments below. And if you want to keep up to date on my game and be a part of other dev discussions, like and subscribe and wait for the next one. Thanks!